All right, fam. So there's a major snowstorm expected over most of the U.S. actually. So today is Friday. You still have time to prepare now. Um, though the stores are going to be crowded because I went to the store myself on Thursday, and that store was packed. But you still have time to prepare. You still have time to get the things that you need. You still have time. You might be in long lines, but you still have time. And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. Back to the personal situation. Let's head into this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. Stable milk is also a plus. These past few years showed me. Hey family, welcome back to another video. You guys, this is Shauna and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us and Maya at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. So we are expecting yet another snowstorm. They're saying that this is going to be one of the biggest snowstorms in the last 5 years. I can only speak about New Jersey right about now because in New Jersey we have not seen snow accumulate over a few inches in years, at least in North New Jersey and my parts of Jersey. So we are expecting some heavy snow, ice, and brutal cold this weekend for a lot of areas right now. They're saying more than 200 million people across the United States are bracing for the arrival of a major winter storm that is set to take hold over the weekend. So we are expecting some power outages. Lines are possibly going to be down depending on your area. So definitely prepare ahead for that extreme cold temperatures. So when the power go out, if you're like if you live in a house like where you're running on gas, your heat will go out as well because the power is out. They're saying about 175 million are under winter weather or extreme cold alerts, even here in Essex County, New Jersey, as the system threatens to bring a mix of frigid conditions. Um, They're saying about 175 million are under winter weather or extreme cold alerts, as the system threatens to bring a mix of frigid conditions to a 2,000-mile expanse of the country, guys. Wow, roughly 160 million are under alerts for snow, sleet, and freezing rain. And this is, of course, according to the National Weather Service. The storm is shaping up to begin in the southern plains on Friday before moving across the south and to the East Coast. Heavy snow, ice, and brutal cold are expected to make the storm a potentially life-threatening weather event for a huge portion of the country, which brings in about 35 states with these weather warning advisories. From the Rockies to the East Coast, forecasts show about two-thirds of the U.S. could be affected by what will likely be the largest winter storm in at least 5 years. As the system pushes east, temperatures through the weekend are expected to sink to record lows across part of the southern plains and mid-Atlantic regions, with people around Washington, D.C., um, Raleigh, North Carolina, potentially experiencing those areas' coldest stretches since 2018. So they do have like a map here. It's a low pressure system. It's forecast to develop in the southwest and interact with incoming Gulf moisture and Arctic cold air. Forecast models indicate it will begin dropping precipitation on Friday in the southern plains. I read somewhere else where some places was expecting to get up to 14 inches. And of course, if you do plan to travel, especially by plane, there will be some delays and cancellations in flights. So just stay ahead, because of that as well. There will be travel waivers for those flights that are canceled as of right now. Some roads that could also become very difficult to navigate, if not possible, with slick conditions on major interstates such as I-10, I-20, 30, 35, 40, 44, 49, and 55. Travel on the roads is highly discouraged through the weekend. So if you don't have to go out, please just don't go out. I know in Texas they are prepping for the storm already. They saying transportation agencies are working overtime to prepare. Stores throughout the South, they were packed with people loading up on supplies such as generators, flashlights, and batteries. Um, Guys, for those who are not prepared, there's still time. You can go out today, get some things. The only thing that is going to be kind of hard to deal with if, you don't have the patience is the crowded stores because everyone is trying to load up and prepare for this storm here. Um, you know, and then when you stock up and you stockpile, you more than likely don't have to go out like me. I don't have to go out, but I will go out just because it's always something extra. You know what I'm saying? That you can get. But if I see that the store is crowded, I'm happy to walk away. Like if I see like I'm gonna be in there forever just for like two items, I'm more than happy to walk away. There's still time to post to get your deliveries as well. So, that's an option. But this storm is definitely supposed to be one of the biggest storms that we've had in a long time. Power outages and major impacts to travel. So I see St. Louis, Kansas City, Oklahoma City made the list, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, New York, Boston, these are the places that are expected to get like the most amount of snow. We got Raleigh on the list, Atlanta, Nashville, Little Rock, Dallas. They're expecting a lot of ice. Alexandria, Jackson, expecting a lot of ice as well. Temperatures are expected to drop across the Midwest as well. Um, so yeah, hopefully you guys are bracing for this storm. Hopefully you all are prepared for this storm. I know a lot of states are going to be opening up their warming shelters. So if you or someone is in a situation of don't really have a stable place to go and the temperatures are expected to be freezing, definitely look for those warming shelters. Go to those warming shelters, go to those warming shelters, go to those warming shelters because they will fill up fast. I'm telling you guys, I've seen it already. Um, yes, prepare, prepare, prepare. If you gotta go ahead, make sure everything is charged. Your backup generator, make sure that is served, your backup or your main generator. Make sure that is serviced and working properly before the storm even hits. Make sure you have all the supplies that you do need in the house. I wouldn't say go ahead and stock up on all of your refrigerator food, especially if you don't look to um rely on a generator if the power do go out. I would say definitely make sure you have those shelf stable foods on hand. The freezers, I wouldn't really worry too much about that because it would be freezing temperatures outside. I try to keep those Ziploc bags full of water in freezers, just in case. You never know if the power do go out. It would keep items cold longer than you know. Ziploc bags, gallons of water, however it is you do it. Some items that's filled with water that is in your deep freezer or main freezer. If you just rely on your main freezer, I would say definitely get those Ziploc bags so they can lay flat. Fill them up with water, close them, put them in your freezer, get a few of them so you can rotate the Ziploc bags from the upper shelf to the bottom shelf to keep your items as cold as possible. And just in case power do go out, a lot of states, like I said, are preparing, but there is a forecast uncertainty. So they're saying after the weather prediction models show considerable variation in the winter storm forecast early in the week, the uncertainty is decreasing as the storm arrival nears. Those variations seen earlier in the week were not unusual. They're saying predicting winter storms can carry an additional layer of uncertainty, meaning it can be worse or it could be not as bad. But you want to always try to prepare for the worst, especially when they're talking about anything that have to do with the weather.
All right, fam. So there is a major snowstorm, ice storm, cold and freezing temperatures expected over the weekend. Some people are expecting to see snow starting Friday, some Saturday, some Sunday into Monday, like over here in North New Jersey. We are expecting to see snow Sunday into Monday. They're saying that this is going to be one of the worst snowstorms that we've seen in years. And I can actually agree to that because over here we have not seen a lot of snow these past few years. A little bit here, a little bit there, but nothing too crazy. So if you need to get out there to the store, get some things and go get some things. If your generator, it ain't been serviced and you know for a fact that you ain't touched that thing in a while, go make sure that thing is still running correctly. Frozen foods, like I said, if you have zip, can you reach some zip? So frozen Ziploc bags like this, I prefer the gallon bags. They do have longer ones, but the gallon bags fit nicely into the like your main freezer on your refrigerator. What you will want to do is you will want to fill it up with water, about halfway. Fill it up with water.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you want to put them in your freezer to freeze. Have a few of them though, because what's going to happen is,
oh, that was cool.
This is just a little bit, but I'm just trying to show you guys an example.
That's cool.
What's going to happen is if you lose power and you just went shopping and you like, oh my God, now my stuff is gonna go bad. You know what I'm saying? Now my stuff is gonna go bad. I just went shopping and food is expensive. Hold on, Maya. 1 second. Food is expensive. So what happens is you want to lay this thing, of course, get the air out, right? All right, get as much air out as possible.
And guys, you have to go in the basement if you want power back.
Oh, you're talking about the power box. And you want to try to get it flat as possible. And you want to pop it in your freezer to freeze. You want a few of these though. Oh. You want a few of these. Put them in the freezer to freeze. This way when your power goes out, if God forbid it don't. So if your power do go out and you're trying to save the stuff in your freezer, you can rotate those to keep your stuff cold as possible for as long as possible as it would. As long as you have about, depending on the size of your freezer and how much stuff you have, each is different. Just judge it at your best judging, okay? So that's one thing that I like to do. You can get your little solar lights. Make sure that if you don't have a generator, hold on, Maya, 1 second. Make sure that your solar lights have been out there and they are fully charged. I don't mean by battery, I mean by sun. Maya over here trying to do something too. You gotta wait though, because you're gonna spill this. Just prepare now. There is going to be a lot of snow on the roads, more than a lot of states are used to from the past few years. So if you don't have to travel, don't travel. I recently went out last week, family, and this lady, it's a little bit of ice on the road. We live in Jersey. We're from Jersey. We should be used to this, right? A little bit of ice on the road.
Mama, I'm taking the air out.
I guess the lady was speeding. You taking the air out? Make sure you take the air out before you close it. Guess the lady was speeding, guys.
I can feel the air right now.
I mean, I was on ice too, and I was perfectly fine. This lady ran right in back of my truck, family. Right in back of my truck.
And that was so crazy.
You wasn't in the car. But, yeah, you have to really be careful if you do have to go out. Make sure your tires are good. Make sure your cars are filled up with gas just in case you are sitting there for longer than expected to. Just in case you get stuck somewhere if you're out.
Thank you.
But if you're driving on the road, just be careful. I said prepare your houses now. Another thing that I can, 1 second, Maya. 1 second. You can ask once I'm done, okay? Another thing to do, you want to make sure all of your laundry is done. Make sure all of that stuff is done just in case power go out, just in case we're in because of the storm. Just make sure all of your house things are done before the storm.
And you have to get warm stuff on because it gets so cold.
You have to leave warm stuff on. So if the power do go out or you lose your heat, it's best to keep all of your warm stuff on, all those extra blankets you've been putting to the back like I do. We got so many blankets, it's crazy. Maybe it'll be time to pull those out as well. Make sure that they're clean. Yeah, just make sure everything is up and ready. I don't think I have to, stress it too much, because a lot of you who come to the comments are already knowledgeable of how to prepare for a lot. I mean, even more than me. Y'all be giving me some tips. A lot of y'all are already, a lot of y'all are already knowledgeable in these situations. So if you have any tips and tricks for the fellow viewers, 1 second, Maya, for the fellow viewers, definitely drop it down in the comments down below.
Sugar?
This is sugar.
You
ain't getting no sugar. Definitely drop it down in the comments down below. We still do appreciate it. Just wanted to send some well wishes and some safety, with you guys along the weekend throughout this storm that's expected, and some prayers. So hopefully why you want some sugar? Hopefully it's not going to be as bad as they say, but even if, that's why we prepare ahead. All right, y'all. So we're going to leave this video right here where it's at. If you are expecting a snowstorm, ice storm, or freezing temperatures where you at, of course, let us know where. Just as, hey, this is Shauna, and I'm in northern New Jersey, Essex County. Hey, guys, this is Shauna and Maya. We're from northern New Jersey, Essex County, and we are expected to see close to 12 inches of snow. Some of the worst amount of snow that we've seen in a very long time, and we are definitely, hopefully, prepared enough.
Mom,
yes.
Be prepared right now.
Not right now. I mean, you about to go to school.
And you have 3 things what you need for the power go out.
Okay, what are 3 things?
You need to protect you back of the car if somebody crashes it.
Because somebody hit mommy's car, yes.
And you have, you need to go in the basement if you want power.
Because the power box, okay.
And third, you need to put warm stuff on.
Got it. So yes, those are the 3 tips that she had to give. We're going to leave this video right here where it's at. That's Keon. If you are new here and did enjoy today's video, all you have to do is subscribe just like that. And if you've been here before, of course, thank you so much for coming back. Until next time, y'all, this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out from Moments with Us. You all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Love you all, and God bless. Peace out.